Hi everybody. So I wanted to talk about drugstore products you can get that can be staples in your makeup collection, especially if you're just starting out with makeup. You want to get the things that cost the least amount of money but will work really well for you. So I'm not talking about cheap products that are cheap and are cheap quality and you're barely going to use them. I'm talking about staples in your makeup routine that you're going to use every day that you can get at really low prices at the drugstore. First, I want to start with the brushes. I really like using the Eco Tools better. Eco Tools are earth-friendly. They're made with synthetic fibers. So I actually got a brush set. I don't have all of them with me because there are a lot of them, and they don't have them numbered. So it's kind of a downside, but this is just a nice face brush. This is great for blush and for contouring, so I love using this brush for that. It came with a blending brush, and then a couple other brushes. I bought something at Sephora. I bought the Trina Tarantino brush set, and I don't use it nearly as much as my Eco Tools. I have two sets. They're kind of intermingled, but for 20 bucks, you can get, even $10, you can get a nice simple brush set from Eco Tools that'll start you off with your makeup collection. Definitely invest in some Eco Tools because you will spend less money on the Eco Tools so you can spend more money on makeup you love. And then I want to go over mascaras. Mascaras. I think mascaras can be purchased at the drugstore instead of at Sephora or MAC or a department store because it feels the same to me. Like, the quality is the same. I have an Urban Decay mascara, and I feel like it's the same quality as a CoverGirl mascara. The first mascara I think that's really good and is always a staple in my makeup collection is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Luxe. I just keep going. They keep cranking out the Lash Blast and I keep buying the new ones. So, I love this. It has a shimmer to it, which is pretty gorgeous, I think. I really like it. It's got a good texture to it. I love how big the brush is. The brush is pretty big, and I like that because it grabs all of my eyelashes and gets all the mascara on it that I want. If you need a waterproof mascara for your staple in your makeup collection, I would definitely go for the XXL Pro in waterproof. This adds really great curl. My eyelashes are pretty long, so it extends it really well for me. I love that there's two steps to it. This is like the primer to your mascara so that it'll cling and stay on for a very long time. So, and then the second step is the mascara, and it's really great. I love this mascara. It goes on really nicely. Not a lot of clumping, like with the Lash Blast. When I pull it out, I always have to go, ugh, get off of my brush. But with this, it's always got the right amount of mascara on it, and I don't have to bother with that. And I love how it's curved. I just love different shapes of mascara. I think each shape has a use, and it works pretty well. Each shape has a really defined and unique use, and that's what I love about mascara brushes. So, that one's really great if you're going to go swimming, if you're going to put on your contacts after you put on your makeup, if you think you're going to cry. All of these things are really helpful. Or concert, you get all sweaty, your mascara runs. This really helps prevent that. Because I went to a concert and I used this and it didn't come off at all. So, that was great. So, there's that. And then here's the Great Lash Clear Mascara by Maybelline. I love this because sometimes brow gels from department stores can cost $30, but this works the same way. It's basically a clear mascara is basically a brow gel. I love to use it. Just as I said, as a brow gel. But then I also love to use it if I do a really intense eyeshadow look and all of the pigments from the eyeshadow kind of get caught in my eyelashes and you can see it, but sometimes you don't want to wear mascara. This is like really clumpy black mascara, or black mascara in general. This is really great because you can just apply it and it'll kind of sweep away all those pigments and just leave a really nice glossy look to your eyelashes, which is great. So I feel like these three mascaras are great staples for your makeup routine, and I use all three of these all the time. So, blushes. These blushes I don't recommend getting at a drugstore. Blushes are kind of a gamble, just like with eyeshadows. You don't know if the texture is going to be great or not. So I would definitely stick with N.Y.X or higher end for blushes and eyeshadows. Physicians Formula is a gamble as well. I've had some blush from them that works really well, and then I have others that are really ashy in consistency and come off of my face quite quickly. So I would not go with blush from the drugstore. The only two brands I would definitely recommend are Jane. The consistency of Jane's blushes are really nice. And this is Jane Blushing Cheeks in Blushing Blossom. I really like pink for blushes, so that's why the whole obsessive pinkness going on. But there's that. It's a really pretty color, and I like it a lot. So that works well. So moving on from blushes, that's just kind of my general guideline on blushes. Eyeshadows. A really great eyeshadow palette to get from the drugstore is Physicians Formula. They have really nice eyeshadows, and all of them are really pigmented. In general, I wouldn't recommend getting eyeshadow from places like Maybelline or what is it, CoverGirl. Their eyeshadows are a gamble, and their consistency changes all the time. But Physicians Formula, they have palettes like this for different eyes. They have a more metallic-y, pigmented set for hazel eyes, but I got the hazel eyes custom eye enhancing shadow and liner. There's just some really good colors in here. There's a highlight in different tones, and then there is a great darker color for your liner, and there's just some really awesome colors for your crease as well. So these colors work really well, and it's very versatile. You can use it as for your cheekbones to highlight and define. You can use the darker shade for a liner. There are many purposes for this, and it's only $10, and you'll get a lot of use out of this. So I wanted to talk about foundation routine, what you use. If you're just beginning with makeup, you're not going to know the different steps to use, so I'm going to go over that really quick. I don't have my pimple cream with me, but if you go in the pimple section, or the acne section, or the skincare section, you are going to find a Clear Cell spot treatment. It's 4 hours. Lasts 4 hours. I like to get the tinted one, so it kind of goes with my skin tone. I like using that a lot. You put it on first, you wash your face, you put on your little acne treatment wherever you see some redness, some spots coming up, just so that any makeup you put on over, the spot treatment is going to protect it, and it's going to make sure that the pimple goes away in a timely manner, and that your makeup you're going to put on top of it isn't going to make your pimples worse. So that's why I like using a pimple cream to start off my makeup routine. I then use a moisturizer. To be honest, you can use any moisturizer. I got this at where did I get this? I got this at a hotel. It's a Neutrogena body lotion. It has a nice floral scent, and I just put it all over my face before I put on my primer and my foundation. And it just keeps it nice and moisturized and looking really great. So I like using just any old moisturizer because honestly I've gone out and bought face moisturizer specifically to apply makeup with, and it's made my face break out. So don't go out and buy something that you know that you're not sure is going to react badly with your face. Use something at home that you know works really well on your skin and isn't going to break it out. So that's something you don't even need to spend money on, to be honest, because we all have random bottles of moisturizer hanging out. I know I do. So I use, for a primer, I use the Monistat Chafing Relief Powder Gel. It's really great. I compared it to Smashbox Photo Finish or Smashbox Primer at Sephora, and then I went over to the drugstore and I felt out this primer, and it's even better to me, to be honest. I feel this is a much better product than the Smashbox. It goes on really nice. It's not greasy. It's got a smooth texture. So the ingredients are almost exactly the same as the Smashbox primer. And it's fragrance free. It's kind of got a silicone feel to it, and it's only $8 or $6 as compared to $30 for a Makeup Forever primer that's kind of got a lotiony feel to it. It's just a nice barrier between you and your makeup, and it'll hold your makeup nicely. It's just basically it's used not as a primer, just between your thighs, like when you're going out to the beach or something, just so you don't get any redness or bumps. It kind of, as a primer, it goes in and it fills in all of your cracks and crevices, and so it makes a nice canvas for your foundation, and it'll hold the foundation on longer. I would research foundation before you buy it at a drugstore, because some of it smells like paint and it doesn't work very well, and it might not react well to your skin. So I definitely wouldn't just go buy a foundation. I researched this first before I bought it, and I used it at the concert with the mascara that I was talking about earlier. This has a really good smell to it. It smells really important to me with foundation, because you're putting it on your face, and it's going to be on your face all day, and so you want it to be really nice. You want it to smell really nice. You don't want to smell like paint. So anyway, I would research foundation, because that can change. But I really like the Rimmel Lasting Finish 16 Hour. It lasted all through the concert. It has minerals in it. I'm 100 Ivory, of course, because I'm so white. And it's just a really nice mineral foundation. Goes on really smoothly. You apply it with your fingers. A brush doesn't really work. It's not like Laura Mercier or anything. You just apply it with your fingers, and it's great. Just set it with a powder, and you'll be ready to go. So there's that. I really like the lasting finish if it's something you want to wear to school or work, and you're just starting out with makeup. This is really good. Lip glosses and lipsticks. I haven't bought any lipsticks from the drugstore. I try to go higher end for that. I really stick with MAC, because the MAC lipsticks are only $14, and lipsticks from the drugstore can range from $5 to $10, so I feel like spending 10 more bucks on a really great lipstick is a better idea for me. So I don't really buy lipsticks, so I can't tell you anything about that. From the drugstore. But lip glosses, if you're going to get a lip gloss at the drugstore, your best bet is Bombell, and then N.Y.X, because N.Y.X has really good products in general. So that's basically it. The brushes I got, the Eco Tools, just to recap, if you're just starting out with makeup, for your brushes, I would buy Eco Tools. For your blush, I would try to go with more high-end, but if you can't, I would go with N.Y.X, or I would go with Jane, because those are really good blushes, and they're very cheap, so that'll be great. And then for mascara, I honestly recommend all three of these mascara. Primer, definitely go with a Chafing Relief. It's only $7, and it's the same as the Smashbox Photo Finish. And then for your foundation, I would go with the Rimmel Lasting Finish, just kind of as a basic starter for foundation. If you're new to it, this smells really great and goes on well. So I would try that out as well. And if you're going to go with an eyeshadow from the drugstore, go with the Physicians Formula. Great product, versatile, It's going to work really well. Go out to the drugstore, test out things yourself, research it yourself. I hope everyone has a really great day. I'm going to go and hang out with my mom a little. I haven't seen her in a while, so that'll be fun. So you have a good day as well, and thanks for watching.